You feel it when the alarm clock rings, that you're just a battery, a source of fuel for a machine that doesn't know your name. You are replaceable, and one day you might wake up and realize you've become something utterly useless, something monstrous. In the labyrinthine heart of modern anxiety, where deadlines shimmered and bureaucracy whispered secrets to the fluorescent lights, lived an employee named Gregor Samsa. Not the hero of the people kind, but a provider, a cog, with eyes like tired stars. Even his family fell silent when he came home. That feeling he lived in, the one that screams, "I don't belong here," that's existential dread. And no writer captured the precise, polished, cold steel gloom of it better than a man named Franz Kafka. For those unfamiliar, Kafka was basically a brilliant, tormented insurance clerk from Prague who asked that all of his work be burned. His best friend said, "No, thank you, and thank goodness." Today we're descending into his most unsettling kingdom, a story known as the Metamorphosis, to figure out why this classic piece of dark aesthetic literature still feels like it was written yesterday. It's a survival guide for the alienated soul, frankly. The Metamorphosis begins with one of the most famous opening lines in literature. As Gregor Samsa awoke one morning from uneasy dreams, he found himself transformed in his bed into a monstrous insect. Now, the transformation isn't the point, it's the reaction to it. Gregor wakes up and his first worry isn't, "Why am I a bug?" It's, "How am I going to get to work?" This is the first essential theme, the absurdity of life. Gregor's entire identity is tied to his job. He is an employee, a provider. When he loses that function, he is discarded. The insect is not a metaphor for a monster. It's a metaphor for us when we lose our utility to the system. Think about the systems in our lives, school, work, social media. They don't care about your soul or your emotional state. They care about your output. Kafka understood that the moment you can no longer produce, you stop being a person to the world and become a nuisance. You become the bug. Let's talk about the second and perhaps darkest theme, alienation. Gregor doesn't just get separated from society, he gets separated from his own family. His father, mother, and sister initially show pity, but it quickly curdles into disgust and resentment. They don't try to understand him. They try to forget him. They lock him in his room, use it as a storage closet, and live their lives around the problem. The most heartbreaking moment is when his sister, the one person he thought would care, says, "We must try to get rid of it." This is the Kafkaesque nightmare, the realization that the very people you sacrifice for will turn on you the moment you are inconvenient. It's the ultimate lesson in self-reliance within a hostile world. Your own space, your own home, becomes your prison. The term Kafkaesque has entered our vocabulary, and it is a defining characteristic of our dark aesthetic. It means dealing with illogical, oppressive, and often terrifying bureaucracy, a system that has power over you, but you can never truly understand. The aesthetic we embrace, the black leather, the minimalist spaces, the thoughtful silence, is a visual rebellion against that absurdity. It's a way of saying, "I see the chaos, I see the oppression, and my response is control, clarity, and deliberate introspection." Black is the color of the void, of the unknown, of the dark comedy that is our existence. It's the color of the bug that Gregor became, and the shadow that Kafka lived in. When you wear black, you are acknowledging the void and choosing to meet it with your own personal, curated form. So, why do we read Kafka? We read him because he validates our deepest fears. He tells us that the feeling of being an outsider, a glitch in the system, is not a personal failure. It's the human condition. The Metamorphosis is a mirror. We look into it and see Gregor Samsa, a tiny insect trying to get up and go to work, and we see the ridiculous effort it takes just to survive. But in that recognition, there is a strange comfort. You are not alone in your dread. The darkness is shared. Let me know in the comments. What are your favorite books from the dark aesthetic, and what literary character style should I break down next? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into style and philosophy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.